Okay, so I wanted to get started on a video on crafting, and I think this is going to take several videos to go through. So right now I've got my group set up. I've got materials over here. I've manually added some crafting gear in here, but let's go through. If you don't have anything set up, and uh, go through what I would probably recommend if you're first getting started. So if you go into the crafting um, um, I don't know, skill thing there. So what you can do is if you click on this little create profession groups. So one thing to notice is that I've got like linen cloth here. So I was wanting to see what happens when I create a profession group. So what it does is it creates this tailoring, and it's got items and materials there. So now let's go and look in our ledger. We've got materials. Okay, so the good thing is it didn't move my linen cloth out of here. So maybe I want to keep my materials separate. So from the profession. So I'm going to move those, select all those, and then if you hold down shift, it will move the items up one level. And then now I'm going to delete that group. Okay, so and now I have my tailoring, which is not quite the way I wanted it to be, but let's take those items, and we're going to do the same thing and move them to vanilla here. So tailoring is empty now, and then items I'm going to let's ignore variations. Let's set ignore variations, and we're going to select all and move those up. And these are all vanilla items anyway, so that's good. Now if you have if you've been playing for a long time and you're just now setting up TSM, it's going to create a huge amount of items and materials all in that tailoring group. But the great thing is it's all should all be there of everything you can craft. If you learn something new, it's not going to automatically add it to that group. So whenever you learn something new, you either have to create one and then add it from your bags in there. So let's materials. We can put the dye in here if we want to. We might want to actually sell some dye if we, it does sell occasionally, but probably the stuff on the auction house is a lot cheaper. Anyway, okay, so we've got that. So now we have a brown linen shirt and we have a white linen shirt. Those typically are what I would try to focus on, is the items that can be transmogged. Occasionally some of these other items will sell. You've got, I was looking at one earlier, 7 items. I think it was in leatherworking, hand stitched leather belt. Sorry, hand stitched leather vest. And I was looking. It says 48 auctions are on the auction house. So it's like you've got a ton of people creating these, and then rather than just vendoring them for 15 copper, they want to try to get some money back for it. So they've decided that they want to they want to get something out of it, instead of just vendoring it, because it's a low level character is probably not going to use that for a couple of hours, or maybe an hour at the most anyway. So I digress. So now what do we do? So you can kind of come in here And there's two ways of doing things. You can come in here and we can actually craft something. You can look at these variables over here. So basically um, what that number's kind of telling you is that it has maybe like a 4% chance of selling per day. I'd have to look up to figure out what the actual number is. So let's actually look here. So sale rate is, so I think what that means is out of 100 that get posted per day, 4 are going to sell. So, and then the average daily sold rate sold is 0.08. So you could maybe divide 0.08 into to 1, and you get some number that tells you that, hey, you might sell this in 50 days or 10 days or something like that. So I kind of want to just focus on maybe this brown linen shirt and a white linen shirt, and let's see if we can get some of those sold. But what I can do here is I can add them to a queue, and then if you go to gathering, so the way this is set up is it's supposed to your sources of so what they're wanting to do on these sources is you look up. Okay, let me back up a little bit. So the gathering option here tells you everything that you're going to need in order to craft the items that are in the queue. Your sources, this, just like it says, this defines the priority of how you're going to be gathering items. So it might tell you to, so like the bleach I'm going to buy from a vendor because that's obviously a lot cheaper. The linen cloth is going to tell me, okay, hey, your hunter has some linen cloth, so you should get it from that character. And if I had a guild bank, then I could go grab it from the guild bank. I'm going to actually maybe buy some of this off the auction house. So let's see, I need 4. Let's just buy, how much is 100? 100 is only 5 gold. And luckily I've actually made some gold in the process. So and like I said, this is probably going to be a multiple part video. And so the other thing to notice is that it has an open task list here. So this will kind of tell you what you need to do. It's like I need to log out. Well, that's expired auctions. Let's remove that. So one is craft linen cloth. So it'll actually craft 2 for me. And then I need to go buy some bleach. So I think there's probably and this kind of helps you know, it would be helpful if you knew if there's a vendor around. I'm not sure if this one has bleach or not. Probably not. I probably have to either go to Trade District, which I think there's somebody there that has it. Sorry, I probably should have had the bleach already. I could go to the Mage District. I know there's somebody there. The trainer has bleach, but I think this person should have bleach. Oh, please. Okay. Okay, well, anyway, I don't want to make this too long. So anyway, you go back to your queue. It will show you which ones you can craft. So you can click on that, and it'll craft that one. You can right click on something and it will move to that item. So here I can right click and it moves to the white linen shirt. So I can maybe look at this and kind of figure out uh, what I want to do. And then let's see our, since I already had a group for created items, we can just, should be able to just go to the auction here. And let's look at our brown linen shirt. It's using our crafted operation, which we set up previously. I can run a post scan here. It's going to post some of the other stuff that I've already created. I also, it looks like I'm going to try to sell a bolt of linen cloth, or a couple of them. Let's see, that actually might be a viable way to go. And here's our brown linen shirt. Post that. So that's the easy part. So what I want to do in the maybe the next video is go through, after some items sell, you want to go through and what you want to do is create a crafting operation. So here you'd go to TSM groups. Let's deselect everything, and you'd click here, and what you do is you click restock, and it's going to restock everything based on a crafting operation. Well, here it's trying to tell me to craft a relic of the past 4, which apparently I can, but do I really want to? If it pops in here, then maybe I don't want to. So anyway, the next video, what I want to talk about is setting up your crafting operations so that you're only crafting what you really want to craft, and not something that TSM is necessarily telling you to craft. Although what you want to do is set up TSM so it tells you what to craft, but nothing necessarily that's what you don't want to craft. So anyway, sorry for going long, but anyway, take care.